How's it going, everyone? My name's Common Vault Boy, and I have a bunch of weapon mods to show off to you guys today, and one armor mod, so let's get into it. We have Deadpool Armor by FG Module. This is available for PC and console, and it basically turns you into Deadpool. So this is the armor on a male body, and you make it in the chemistry station, and it's just the body part and the mask, and this armor looks really cool, guys. It basically takes like that sock mask in the Brotherhood of Steel armor and just like changes the colors a little bit, but it still looks really awesome. And I found it really fitting because we're going to be reviewing a shitload of gun mods today, guys. The first one is the 10mm revolver Colt 6520 by Scaniel. If I butchered that, I'm so sorry, but it basically makes a 10mm revolver and it's really cool. You can buy it off of vendors, find it off of dead bodies, whatever. I found it in Diamond City selling from the weapon vendor Arturo, and here it is. It's a modified version, but that's basically the gist of the model. And now we're going to be firing it at this superhuman behemoth who's going to be our test subject. You see it's a bit bulky. It covers up a big majority of the screen. I kind of don't like that a little bit, but there you go. It's shoots just fine. I really do like the concept. I do think there needs to be a little bit more revolvers in the game. The next one is the 10mm replacer, and it's by Kawasui. I'm not sure if these names are pretty crazy, but it basically turns the 10mm that we know and love into this slicker, more modernized version. I really do like this. It kind of shoots more like the Deliverer with a bit more cool looking modifications to it. And next up we have Wasteland Medley's Chinese Assault Rifle by Wasteland Medley, and this basically gets like the Fallout 3 Chinese Assault Rifle and brings it up to Fallout 4, and it's really cool, guys. Like, this is probably my favorite rifle mod out there so far. It comes with a bunch of attachments, really low recoil, and yeah, guys, it's just a really solid gun. And the next gun we have is laser revolvers, and you guys know how earlier I talked about how I feel like there needed to be a little bit more revolvers in the game, and this basically is a NIF scope edit which takes the barrel of a laser rifle and puts it on a revolver. And yeah, it comes in two variants. You can find them in this random locker right next to Arturo's shop in Diamond City, and it has a blue variant and a red variant. Right now I'm going to be showing off the blue variant, and yeah, just shoots like a regular revolver would, but a laser comes out. And then the red variant looks a little bit cooler. I feel like the laser dot sight makes it look a little bit more nicer. And yeah, oh shit, we killed the test subject. Fuck. Alright, guys, this is where we get into the really fun mods. This is the Institute Portal Gun by El Palo Azul. And basically, this one is in Diamond City 2, and it was a bit tricky to find. I had to actually look up how to actually get this gun because it was so vague on the mod description, but I basically found out if you go on top of the roof of Choice Chops, jump on the fridge, get onto the roof, you can actually lockpick this like bus that's on top of the roof, and the portal gun is inside along with a few other things that basically give a little bit of background on the weapon itself. And yeah, so when you get inside the bus, you're gonna want to look to the right. It's gonna be inside this meat freezer. When you open it up, there's going to be a bunch of pamphlets, but I didn't really want to read them because they're so fucking long. Alright, guys, so here's the gun in action, and it was a bit tricky to figure out at first, but basically what you want to do is pull the gun out and shoot a portal wherever you want the entrance of the teleporter to go. So then you push the grenade button, and it's going to pull out the adjacent gun, and then with that gun, you shoot where you want your destination to be. I was sitting here trying to figure out how to pull out the other gun, and then eventually I figured it out just by mashing a bunch of buttons together. But this mod is really cool, guys. As long as you keep the portal in the same open world that you're in, there's relatively zero loading screens. But the only loading screens I found is when you actually, say I left a teleporter here in Starlight Drive-In, and then the other receiving portal was in, say, Diamond City Marketplace. It's going to, when I walk in, teleport me to Diamond City, and since it's not in the same like loaded area, it's going to give a loading screen. It's not really too long, and it's not bothersome at all. But another thing I found with this portal gun is that You can kill yourself by like infinitely teleporting. As you can see right here, I'm gonna like, shoot a portal and then shoot another portal, and I'm gonna like die. So, little warning, watch where you're teleporting yourself because you can kill yourself. So up next we have Proposal 5000 Force Push Gun by the same author as the last one, and guys, this is a non-lethal air cannon. Basically, it launches people and it's so awesome. There's a few things before you can actually get the gun. First, you have to be level 15, and when you do find yourself being level 15, you want to work your way over to Sanctuary to activate the quest to get the gun. So basically, you want to find yourself walking behind this blue house, and there's going to be like a little makeshift bunker behind the house, and you go inside, and when you get inside, you're going to find yourself getting a quest saying something about a postman who is looking for you or something along those lines. But after you get the quest, you can basically leave the bunker because there's nothing else you really need inside of here. So I found to get the postman to come to you a lot faster is to basically go to sleep into a bed for about 48 hours. And I cannot stress this enough, guys. You need to build a bed that is not in an enclosed area, because when you wake up, this guy is going to be standing right next to you, and if you're in an enclosed area, he's basically going to bum-fuck the shit out of you. As you can see right here, he literally launches me across the fucking map. And if you can imagine, if you're inside somewhere, you're just going to get trapped in a corner. Like, look on the map real quick and see how fucking far I am currently. That's my location. And I was at Starlight Drive-In. He fucking launched me. Okay, so we're back at the drive-in, and this guy has a lot of health. I don't know if the mod author made it so like whatever level you are, he's like higher, but I'm level 53 and he's 100 levels higher than me, basically. So I don't know if he made it so that he goes 100 levels higher than your current level, but he has a lot of health, so be ready to put up a fight to get this gun. So a good strategy that I found is like leaving a weapon in a container near where you're going to be going to sleep, because he will go and pick it up, and it basically negates the threat of him fucking launching you across the map every single time. But after you kill him and you carry his big fucking body over, you'll get not only his gun, but you'll get his Postman outfit, which is like a, I don't want to say legendary, but it's a modified version of just the regular Postman outfit. Gives you a little bit of boost here and there. But you'll also get the training manual, which basically is a voice acted like manual telling you what not to do with this fucking gun, because you can fucking kill yourself with this gun, guys. But you don't want to hear me babble anymore, so here is the gun in action. So it's basically the Cryolator painted yellow, and yeah, I don't know, you just shoot it and it launches people. You can see it doesn't matter what their size is because I just launched a superhuman behemoth. And yeah, you got to be careful on how you shoot this gun, because if you shoot it too close to your feet, it'll launch them and you backwards. Like, I can launch my Deathclaw and I'll basically turn into a pretzel man. I'm not sure on how the mechanics are on when you come back to the ground, because I have hit the ground multiple times and not died, but there have been a few times where I've hit the ground and I have died. So just be careful, because you can kill yourself from fall damage. If I didn't mention before, it's a non-lethal gun, so it doesn't do any damage. I'm not sure about the calculated fall damage. Like, I don't know if they take any fall damage from falling crazy fucking heights when you launch them, but I do know when I've used it, nobody has died when I've hit them. They also have not been like super aggressive when I have when I fucking launch them. So the last mod I have for you guys is the Stingray support by The Real Undivide, and it basically gives you a fucking personal jet to drop bombs on your enemy. So you don't just get this jet right off the bat, you have to actually put a little bit of work to go find it. It's in this like little abandoned lab on the south part of the map, and when you get here it's going to be inside of this like drainage pipe. I'm not quite sure how the jet gets out, but when you get in here there's going to be a little abandoned lab. You walk in and it's basically like a small little hangar. The jet kind of looks like a retextured alien ship. I'm not sure. But basically the lore behind the ship is similar to the robo brains, how they got a human brain to power the processor inside the robot. It's basically the same thing. They got a human brain to power up the jet, basically. So it kind of works as like a biochemical AI. I'm not sure if that's the right term, but it basically powers the ship and talks to you when you fucking use it. You use this computer, you go through all the logs, it's going to tell you the lore, and I think once you get down to the third log, it's going to give you a recipe to craft the jet signal grenades, which is basically like the vertibird grenades to summon a vertibird, but when you use it, it's going to summon the jet instead. So the mod author left you a bunch of supplies in this little crate next to the chemistry station, and it's kind of like he's giving you a freebie saying, here's a bunch of supplies, make these signal grenades, try out the mod, but after that, guys, you have to make them on your own with your own supplies, and it's really freaking expensive to make these. It costs a lot of resources, but let's go try out these fucking mods on a bunch of just random civilians. Alright guys, so I spawned a bunch of NPCs down there by that little pond or whatever. So basically you throw the signal grenade just like a regular grenade, and when the little stream comes up, again, it's going to give you the option to pick one of these like bomb choices. So you get a nuke, an EMP, a cryo grenade, or you can get a supply drop. But obviously we're going to pick a nuke, and these guys are going to get so pissed off that we're about to fucking nuke them. And this is the most epic part of this mod, because the jet actually flies over our heads and drops the fucking nuke. I don't know why they're all set to essential. It's kind of weird, but you can't just keep spamming this thing over and over and over again. The AI in the ship will get a little bit ticked off saying, hey, I need to fucking refuel or do whatever, and then it'll tell you when you actually can use another grenade to summon another nuke, an EMP, cryo bomb, supply drop, whatever you need. This mod kind of reminds me of the boomers from Fallout New Vegas, how they had that airship that could drop bombs on people, but you only got to use it during the Hoover Dam mission, and that kind of sucked. But in this mod, you could fucking actually use it whenever the fuck you want. So that's pretty awesome. Props to the mod author, he has a lot of talent. Props to all the mod authors out there, actually. They make this game so much more fun and so much more alive and keep it going for so many more years after it's freaking come out. But that's the end of the video, guys. We had a bunch of cool mods today. If you liked any of the mods, why don't you hit the like button, and if you like me, why don't you subscribe to my channel, because I feel like I'm going to be doing a lot more of these Fallout mod reviews. But until then, guys, I'll see you in the next video.